Studios.
Yes.
Caveman.
DJ Iron Monkey on the scene.
Another Saturday morning conversation coming to you live and direct from the
Heavyweight Grain Studios.
Heavyweight Grain Studios.
Yes, sir.
Yo, welcome back.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, good morning.
Yeah, right? Hey, real quick. We live in the perfect generation. Like, we were born at the perfect time. Because we have, like, we understand what it was like to live without technology.
Oh, yeah.
But then, like, technology came while we were, like, still young enough to figure it out.
Oh, yeah,
and
true.
Now, like, the new generation, they don't know what it's like to struggle.
With a rotary phone?
With a rotary phone. Or a tape deck. Where you have to flip your tape.
Oh, yeah.
While you was trying to make your archaic mixtapes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you taking songs off the radio. That's how it was our Napster or you know, our iTunes back in the day. Like, you wanted to hear a hit song.
Oh, yeah.
You wanted it on the tapes. You could hear it all the time.
Yeah.
You had to wait in front of the radio.
Yeah, that was our Dat Piff.
And then catch that shit right when it started. So you used to have to be like, hopefully they'll tell us what song's coming up next.
Mm-hmm.
Like, coming up next, new big. And you're like, yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
And you used to have the dexterity to hit record play.
At the same time.
Mm-hmm. You know, because if you was a little too light on that record button,
you
got nothing, right? And then you used to have to catch it before the next song came on.
And hope the DJ didn't talk. Yeah. Or scratch it up. Chip, 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 chip.
Right? There's nothing worse than the DJ scratching up your mixtape.
Oh, yeah.
Or the DJ just coming in like, and that was the new Notorious B.I.G. And you're like,
oh, man, I knew that was the new.
Then you gotta rewind your tape.
Yeah, man, pause it.
Pause it again. Pause breaks, baby. Pause breaks. Y'all don't even know. You used to have to take, like, take your mom's, like, whack tapes or tapes they buy you for Christmas that you know you never gonna listen to.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Kenny G.
Oh, man.
Jazz tape.
I'm not listening to Raffi on tape. Come on now. Like, who's listening to Raffi on tape?
All those like little like fun music tapes they buy you.
Oh, yeah. And then you got Smart. Yeah.
The paper in the top.
Yep, in the top corners.
Boom. Re-recordable, rewritable.
But you know what, though? Like, we didn't have to deal with the struggle of 8 tracks. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Like, the struggle for 8 tracks where you had one big Nintendo cartridge with, like, 4 songs that went for, like, 12 minutes each. And it's like, you had to put in the big cartridge and then unload it. It was like a 2-man job in some cases, but I know I didn't really have to deal with that too much. But, yeah. The rotary phone, that one was real because it's like 4 numbers in, especially if you was calling long distance. Lord forbid you had to call somebody long distance and then you forgot what number you were on or you didn't go all the way over to actually click the number. That one was a pain. But dial-up service was real, especially like when you're in the house and...
Oh, man, only one person. If you was on the internet, nobody could be on the phone?
Nope. And I'm expecting a call, say, and you pick up the phone, come on, man, I'm doing my homework. Like, nah, man, I'm expecting a call.
Dial-up was even worse than, like, being on the phone, trying to be all cool on the phone, and your mom pick up, trying to, like, call wherever.
Beep, 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 beep,
like,
beep,
Mom,
beep, beep, beep.
Mom,
I'm on the phone.
Mom,
Hello?
I'm on the phone.
Hello? Who's this? We're like, Ma, it's me. I'm on the phone. Beep, 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 beep.
Boy, get off my goddamn phone. Who you talking to? Mom. Chill.
Who's that? Lorraine? Like, I don't know Lorraine. Who's Lorraine? And I have the other chick on the other line like, who's Lorraine? I don't know Lorraine. What the fuck is Lorraine, huh?
Your mom actually.
Who you cussing at?
You out there trying to be smooth the hustler. All sweet nothings.
Or the cord that extends from the kitchen all the way to your bedroom, just so you could talk on the phone and have a little bit of privacy.
The 100-foot phone cord and shit. You either had the 100-foot phone cord or your mom's didn't let you take the phone off the wall. If it was on the wall, you had the crazy long receiver cord.
When you start paying for bills, you paying for privacy.
Like 35 feet, it's going to be all tangled up. You be in your room or in like the bathroom, chilling.
and not paying attention and come out and get clotheslined by the phone cord. Oh man.
Yo, we had a rotary phone growing up though. Shout out to rotary phones.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think we had a regular phone too, but my mom for some reason just kept a rotary phone in the living room.
Yo, the fact that companies nowadays say if you have a rotary phone, please sit on hold. Like, who at this day and age still has a rotary phone?
My original point is that there's like our parent, like some parents are savvy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But we have some of our parents, especially like if you're like a man of a certain age or a woman of a certain age at this point,
mm-hmm.
you know, and I'm gonna just say that's like 35 plus.
Yeah. Okay.
Give or take.
All right.
You know, your parents don't really necessarily want to understand the technology, or they just don't. Like my dad got a smartphone for the first time last year.
Oh yeah.
And I told him that there was GPS on the phone, but he still calls me for directions. And I'm like, yo, Dad, just plug the address into your phone.
Yeah.
What you mean?
You know what it is? It's because they invested so much money into that technology. It's like, you know what? When I first got my CD player, I paid $300 for this CD player, and I'll be damned if I throw this $300 away right now. A good 30 years later, and you're holding on to that $300 big time CD player, and then like, look at all these CDs that I invested in. I'm not throwing none of these out. Like, yo, you could put them all on your phone, so you don't have to walk around with like 5 CDs to listen to your mix. Like, nah, I'm good. I like it this way. Like, okay,
right.
A big low tech.
He's still like, we drove to Detroit, and I love my dad.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
Damn, I can't find my map book. I'm like, bro, you don't need a map book. Like he had the atlas. I've had this for a while. You know, never lets me down. I'm like, you know how different the streets are now. Like,
yeah.
This atlas is from like 1997.
Yeah.
Like some of these streets don't even exist anymore.
I'm banging right at the Ulysses S. Grant. Like, wait, do they even have a Ulysses S. Grant anymore?
Well, I mean, we're from Rhode Island, so we already know they throw directions out with the stuff that used to be the stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, and that might be everywhere, but I
take the exit by the old Benny's.
Yeah, I really only encountered it here. You know, like in the places that I've lived or the places that I've been, like people just go take a left on 45th Street and
the corner of this and that.
Yeah, the corner of this and that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in Rhode Island, you're like, the first question is always, yo, remember where that Krispy Kreme used to be?
Yeah, the old.
You're like, what? Krispy Kreme? You're like, yeah. I think it's a Burger King or something now. Anyway,
yeah.
It used to be a Krispy Kreme. Take a left right there, and you're gonna go to the old brewery.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
brewery.
Providence, like my years, I never knew about a brewery. They're like, yeah, it closed in like the 80s. Anyway, take a bite at the old brewery. You're like, what's the name of the street?
Banging right at the old Caldors. Like, what? Caldors? Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah. If you pass the old Ames, and what was it? Sears? No, it wasn't even Sears. It was the other one.
Zayres?
Yeah. Oh, Lord have mercy. And it was Ames.
Zayres and Ames.
Ooh. Damn.
Yo, some of these companies are going out of business too. Like Sears is going out of business.
Well, see, that's what happens.
Everywhere.
But see, that's what happens with the evolution of things. Because again, like with Caldors used to be the big time store. That Woolworth.
But Woolworths was more like a corner store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you wasn't going to Woolworths to get your new summertime.
No, you was going to get your cough medicine and your methadone and shit like that. Yeah. I don't know if. No, your snake oil. I don't know what they had for medicine back then. It was black and white. I'm not that old. Like, I'm 79. Like, I was born in 79, but still, not 79 years old. Fuck that shit. I'm not that old. Yet. Yeah.
Hopefully we get to 79.
Oh, Lord. Imagine that.
Must have lived a
full life.
A full life. We'll use that.
Yeah, robust. Yeah, man.
Living the full lifestyle.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was kind of a busy week, too, when you really look at it. Like, I didn't really get into the whole politics of it all. But this week was kind of crazy, especially with Halloween on Wednesday. I know up on the website, on our Facebook page, the Saturday Morning Conversation on Facebook, label out. I posted some photos of some Halloween fails. I didn't post some of the good ones though. There was some actually real nice ones, but there was some that are real duds. Like even after our conversation last week and all the shit that happened with Megyn Kelly last week, people still went out in blackface for some damn odd reason, as if somebody didn't warn them or somebody thought it was cute. It's like, yeah, you know what? That would be a good idea to wear blackface, knowing that, like, yo, fuck this dude. I don't really like him, so I'm gonna set him up for failure. Like the nurse that went out as Beyonce and then her boyfriend dressed up as Jay-Z in blackface, and then he left it where his lips was all pink. Like, oh, come on, man.
I didn't even see that one.
Oh no, that one's on the Facebook page.
Yeah, check out the Facebook page.
Yeah, the Saturday morning conversation. Label out.
Hashtag label out.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, there was some other ones. Like they had a lot of Trump ones, obviously. I didn't find the one with Kanye though. That was the one I was kind of looking for, but I didn't really want to see it because I'm kind of not really on my supporting Kanye tip right about now. I kind of stepped off of that soapbox real quick. Some of the other ones that I saw. Oh, the one that I didn't like that was gross. The dude and his girlfriend. I'm not gonna really get all descriptive about that shit. Again, go to the Facebook page. Nah, the
pumpkin eater joint.
Nah,
that was kind of hilarious.
The pumpkin eater one. That's actually on the good one.
That was like Peter Pumpkin Eater for those of you who might not have ever heard the nursery rhyme.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Peter Pumpkin Eater. That's all you need to know.
That's it.
Yeah, and then I'm actually post some of the good ones because that's actually part of the good ones that I didn't post as of yet. But there was the opposite of Peter Pumpkin Eater. Yeah, that one is gross. I could do without that one. But then yeah, it's like I don't know why people still think Halloween is just their open invite just to do racist stuff and then think it's just real cool and funny. Like I saw one where a kid was saying how his mother and father won the couple's Halloween costume, and I didn't put this one up. I gotta find it, and I'm gonna post it in a bit. But it was a mother and a father. The father was, well, let me start with the mother. She was dressed up as a Mexican lady. The father was dressed up as Border Patrol, and the mother had handcuffs. And he was like, "Yeah, my mother and father won the best couple's costume." I'm like, oh man. Now, mind you, in full disclosure, probably about like 7 years ago, before any kind of political climate is what it is right now, I was working in a club and it was Halloween, and I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going as something scary. Now, looking back at it, and if somebody posted it now, they could be like, oh, well, you're wrong for that. And again, the climate was different back then, but I actually went as Border Patrol. But the worst part was it was Latin salsa night. So,
wow, dude.
but again, the climate was different back then. It's like
half the shit that was acceptable,
yeah,
air quotes, back then, back in the day, even in the 80s, the early 90s, you know what I'm saying? None of that. Like even the stuff that we would consider to be like non-offensive.
Like a ghost with a white sheet?
No. It's like just non-offensive shit, like
dressing up as a Mexican,
dressing up like a Mexican, or like even like the roles of like family and like was the like Home Improvement, like in shows where like they were like super male dominated and
okay,
that shit would never fly. Like there's so many shows that would never have like made regular TV that are now like that were on TV back in the day.
Oh, like All in the Family?
Like shit.
Oh no, yeah, you can't.
All in the Family. Nah, that shit never would have fucking flew. Like like you couldn't come to a table with that concept and be like,
I'm surprised there ain't a boycott about taking the reruns off of air.
Even like sometimes I sit with my grandmother and watch like the old westerns.
You
know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
The shit that was acceptable back then is like
the Native Americans
like,
as
be like, you're an insensitive asshole for even coming to us with this idea now. You know, but back then, so you can't like it's just always been like the climate is consistently changing. Now before where you could never have no like type of like gay relationships or anything like that on TV.
Yeah.
Now That's just like on Front Street.
You know what, too?
Even with like the superhero shows and
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that should never. You would never be able to come to the table and be like, yo, like before Ellen. You know what I mean? Ellen kind of broke that, but then even after she broke in with her whole lesbian situation on TV, it still was like a while before
it was socially acceptable,
like mainstream.
True.
So like, I think like media is gonna shift again at some point.
Oh yeah,
and it will all change again. Like now,
and you know what too? Funny that you say that because I noticed that the other day. Even with basic cable, you could say shit. You could say fuck because
I say wild shit on TV now.
Oh my goodness! Because like even I remember back in the day on USA. Remember that show, Hanging with the Homies? And every time he would always say like Mickey Fickin and Monkey Lovin', rather than motherfucker.
The TBS edits.
Oh yeah,
TNT edits.
But Hanging with the Homies on TBS and USA, they used to always just do the hard beep, the hard censor. So all through the movie, the dude would say, "Hey, beep." Hey, beep, 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 beep. And all through the movie, I'm like, yo, this is a whack movie to be watching if they're going to be just pressing that beeping button all day long. I'm like, yo, I can't take a nap during this shit. But, yeah, now you can say shit, fuck. Yeah. But it's the way that you say shit and fuck. You could say, fuck. But you can't say, fuck you.
Right.
Right?
It's all about how it's written.
Yeah.
It's all about how it's written. But at least we've moved to a point where, but how is that fucking up with, like, now, used to be like, in order to get to that point, in order to get to that point, like you gotta like HBO, you know what I'm saying? Used to be like the only spot. I completely lost my thoughts just now. My bad.
No,
but HBO used to be like the only place where you could get
adult language like that.
Like
oh yeah, uncensored.
Or like used to have cable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now
it was more so that you were paying for that adult experience. But now it's like I remember like shows like Dream On, all those type of shit, Red Shoe Diaries, right? Those used to just be like HBO, Showtime, Cinemax exclusives, but now it's like you could get that shit on USA. Matter of fact, you could get that on CBS All Access. Like, but again, you have to kind of pay for this shit. But like the climate is real weird on things that are socially acceptable now, like that. So yeah, I see where you're going with that. You know, still with me, or you zoned out?
It's been a rough night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we was out late last night. You know what I mean? Me and the homie.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I had to double check on you, make sure that you wasn't zoning out, falling asleep with your eyes open type. That's why this is my second cup of coffee right here.
Damn, 2 cups.
Yeah, got home at like 1:30, 2 o'clock. No, it was like more 1:30, and then woke up like it was regular time. Woke up at like 6 o'clock this morning, 7 o'clock this morning. So yeah, that's how I do on the weekends. But yeah, shit, no. Lord knows I need a nap later on today. That's for damn sure.
Oh, there will definitely be a nap, my dude. Like that's
not
even.
Oh hell yeah.
That's a thing that's gonna happen.
Yeah, man. Like, and there's no real sports on today other than probably like some college basketball.
What do you mean?
Well, football.
There's no real sports.
Oh, college football.
Come on, man. It's Michigan, Penn State today.
Oh.
You can see.
With the Michigan gear.
Michigan gear on.
Well, I thought you was just rocking it just with like regular day stuff.
Rocking it, but
yeah.
Hashtag college label out.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Michigan, Wolverines.
But yeah, like.
So Michigan, Penn State.
Penn State is probably like the biggest game.
Is it? Bama LSU. I heard that's 1 versus 3.
Huge game, yeah. DBU versus NFL Light.
Oh man, hell yeah! But you know, I don't really watch college sports like that because it's like I know the advantages that they're taking of the students, so it's like it's hard for me to partake and enjoy it. But then it's like with my Giants stinking so bad, it's like, all right, let me see who we need to draft here. You know, especially with Alabama and LSU playing, it's like, all right, yeah, we might need some corners. Yeah, we might need some linemen. Yeah, we might need motherfucking we need everything. But outside of wide receivers, that's for sure, and a running back. But yeah, we just need help all around. I don't watch college, but I know Michigan's just shit though.
Well, yeah, I mean, I rock all my. I mean, Michigan like really only has like 2 major sports you can watch on TV. You know what I mean? So it's just baseball, football, basketball. You know? But they are, you know, athletic prowess on all levels, as far as I'm concerned. But you know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, matter of fact, and I'll say it here one time. Happy birthday to my lady because it's her birthday weekend.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday. So, you know, big shout out to her. But yeah, I know we got to go out to eat later on tonight. But yeah, I'd have to take a nap. And yeah, today's one of them days I'll take the nap because I know tomorrow there's a lot of big NFL games that we're gonna probably be watching. So I know I'd have to save up my energy for that too. You know, because tomorrow is what. I know you was talking about it earlier, yeah, 12 versus 12, and I was like, 12 versus 12? Like, who's ranked 12? And I was like, Tom Brady.
Yeah, it's Brady versus Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
The GOAT versus the next GOAT.
But really, though, like,
Aaron Rodgers won't ever be considered the GOAT because he's not going to win enough Super Bowls.
Yeah.
But he's definitely going to have GOAT-like numbers. You know, and down the stretch, dude is, like, extra magical.
Yeah. Don Makowski type. I'll put it right here.
Yeah. So, it's crazy. Like, Aaron Rodgers is going to be like the GOAT before the GOAT or the GOAT after the GOAT. Because essentially his numbers are just going to be like so crazy.
Yeah, but like it. You know what though, and I've been saying this too, and I don't know what the Steelers did to Le'Veon Bell for him to just really be shitting on them.
Damn, he's like
they couldn't even trade him because he didn't come in to sign his tender.
Right, he's gonna wait. He's gonna come in like week 10. He's gonna get his money.
This is some bullshit, and this is what I'm upset about is because number one, if he could have came in, signed his tender, we could have traded him. Only reason why I'm bringing him up, outside of the bullshit that he's doing, is that he could have been traded to Green Bay. Now, Green Bay, if they were smart, give up some of them first-round draft picks and get somebody solid to go along outside of Jimmy Graham, which he refuses to throw to for reasons that hurt me and my fantasy trade status. But it will also give him a solid running back because the last decent running back he had was Eddie Lacy, and he basically ate himself out of the league. So it's like,
yo, I can't believe they got rid of Ty Montgomery too. Like, I mean, he was like struggling, but still, like, that's your running game.
Yeah.
And they just got rid of him. Like, he ain't even.
Yeah, I don't understand that too. And they got rid of Clinton Dix. You know, so
hey, dude got easily. Is that even his real name? Is that his real name? Like, shame on his parents if that's his real name. But also, like,
there's a story.
Does anybody know if is it Clinton Dix? Is that like a hyphenated last name?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so his first name is Like, where
getting jiggy with it.
Like, I wonder if sometimes he just occasionally like calls his parents and just like,
LOL.
I fucking hate y'all.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's a joke. Every time they see my name on the roster, they're like, who's this Clinton Dix? I'm like, that's me, sir. You think you're funny? Huh? What's your real name, huh? Hakeem? Hakeem Harold? Like, what's the ha-ha for, though? But I know there's a definite story behind it, and I'm not going to look it up. I'll let you do that, Daryl.
Nah, I'm going to pass on that.
Yeah, you know I got other things to do with my time.
I got other things to do, like, you know, tonight we're going to hit the casino tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. We out to, we are on some Foxwoods situation.
I was going to go out there, too, but plans changed. Motherfucking hacked my fucking account.
Nah, it happens. Yo, computer hackers are whack anyway.
Yeah.
But,
computer thugs.
So last night we was out, and as we flip back over to the subject of
Old folks hanging out.
Old folks hanging out late night and shit. You know what I mean? And I think I lost my earlier thought about technology, but that's cool. It wasn't really that like
old man grinding.
Old man, like just old man shit. There was an old dude in front of me at the bank, and he couldn't figure out how to use the stupid pin pad on the thing. And I'm like, damn, I'm so glad I came up when I came up, because this dude was like reminding me of my pops. It's like, how do you push the buttons?
Is this touchscreen?
Yeah. Although I be getting fucked up too, like, because now everything is touchscreen.
Oh yeah.
So like occasionally,
you just be.
I just touch my screen on my laptop or my work computer, because everybody's so used to using their phones, and everything's a touchscreen on your phone.
Yep.
And then like now you got so many apps that all work similarly but different. I like a picture on Instagram, double tap, pow pow. You know what I mean?
And you
but
go. Yep.
how often do I catch myself double tapping pictures on Facebook when I'm scrolling through my yo, I like this, pow pow, and then it's like
dislike.
It just yeah.
Be like, oh shit, I got 5 likes. Wait, where that 5th one go? Like
yeah. But also want to just give a little bit of information out. We've the two of us, we're in relationships, but at one time we were active members of the single society.
The Scope Club.
The scope situation, you know what I mean? But we're in the midst of cuffing season.
Oh yes.
For y'all single cats out there that's out there perusing the single catalogs of ladies, or ladies looking for single gentlemen, or whatever it is that you're out there looking for. It's cuffing season.
Yeah, it's a new world. So whoever you're looking for.
Yeah.
Or whatever you're looking for.
For those of you who are unaware of what cuffing season is, especially if you're single, you don't know what cuffing season is, you probably failing at life.
No, not necessarily.
Or you're in the beginning of what's turning into a beautiful relationship, if you're not thinking about cuffing season. But if you're a single person out there on the market, this is the season where you've moved on from summer fun season. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically you just get a little shorty or whatever, you just a little companion for the summer. Y'all go to the beach together, do a bunch of stuff, date, drink, party hard. Maybe she's from out of town, maybe you're out of town. Summer relationships are the best. 12 weeks of just like some fun, and then you promise to like stay in touch when you go back to your home with your parents, or she goes back to college or whatever it is.
Your situation,
Your situation changes, and you're like, yeah, babe, we're gonna keep in touch, and that lasts until about September.
What's your email?
Yeah, right. Y'all might be pen pals. You catch up on Facebook now, but once school starts, probably like about the end of September, it's cuffing season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the masquerade is over. Halloween's over.
Halloween's over. It's cuffing season. Now
you have Thanksgiving coming up, so you got the family thing. So now this is where you got to get a little bit serious.
Well, cuffing season starts a little before Thanksgiving, because you got to make sure that chick is the chick that you bring.
Yeah.
To the Thanksgiving and to the Christmas, maybe, if that's what you know what I'm saying. Like,
oh yeah.
Sometimes some folks, they got to bring a date to everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and got to make sure that Karen knows how to cook. Can't be bringing the raisins and the potato salad type shit to your family Thanksgiving dinner. Thinking shit is sweet.
The last thing you want to hear at the table is, oh, this potato salad is good. Oh, I always put raisins in mine. And then you just have to kick her out the house.
Yeah, this potato salad is quite interesting with walnuts. Who did that? And so when they said, who did that? You don't want to be the one to go, oh, I did. And then be like, yeah. We know who not to cook next time. Right.
Well, I mean, if she's new and it's cuffing season, you're not letting her bring no dish anyway.
Yeah, but you still got to establish, like, what are you going to bring to dinner? Like, what do you think? What usually happens in your family household? Oh, yeah, you guys only bring stovetop stuffing? That's cool. All right.
You don't even let her bring a dish. You got to make sure that you test the cooking out before the holidays.
Yes.
So she's like, what should I bring? And you're like, yo, you don't got to bring nothing. Yo, we'll just buy some pastry cakes on the way or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You don't let your lady cook, or your cuff. Don't let your cuff cook.
Yeah.
Don't let your cuff cook before the holidays if their cooking skills is like ramen noodle level.
Well, yeah. Ramen, if they're burning ramen noodles, then something's wrong. So yeah, she can't bring anything to the. She could buy something and play like not even play like she bought, like she cooked.
And don't even let her bake anything. Like if her brownies look like flatbread pizza, like don't just buy some shit, man.
Flatbread pizza, burnt flatbread
just burnt
pizza.
thin ass brownies.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah,
we are fast approaching the cuffing season deadline, which is like 3 weeks. Well, it's just probably like this Saturday. The same. It's also what do you call that shit there? Set your clocks back too. But anyway.
Oh yeah, that's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. So
yeah.
like as you set the clocks back, that's when cuffing season, the trade deadline.
Yeah.
And this is your opportunity, fellas, ladies, to change out the situation. If New Bay can't cook,
or they just straight get on your
or
nerves.
they just get on your nerves. You know what I'm saying? This is where
you gotta make up your mind.
You let them know, because like after this season, that's when you get into like gift giving season, and if you
that's
play
a part of cuff season, though.
if you recruit your cuff style right, you know what I'm saying? Then you end up with a couple of smooth gifts.
Yeah, because part of cuff season is not just Thanksgiving, because you're in it for Thanksgiving, you're in it for Christmas. Then most likely, if you celebrate Kwanzaa, that's your thing.
Kwanzaa, and then New Year's.
So you're in it for at least
if you got
2 more months.
If you cuffed a Jewish chick, Hanukkah.
Yep. Oh, can't forget about that.
New Year's, and then Valentine's Day.
Yeah, not even just Valentine's Day. Then Chinese New Year's, and then Valentine's Day. So it's a good.
You can tell you from Rhode Island, dog. You got all the holidays locked in and shit.
Yeah, man, trying to celebrate. But you're locked in for the long haul, basically. So it's like it's not just. It's gonna be a solid 3-4 month commitment.
At least. Cuffing season is about 6 months. September to March, April, right when the weather breaks.
No, because March is like basically March Madness isn't just for basketball. It's also like, all right, you know what? I dealt with this all summer. Oh well, summer, then cuffing season, then the winter season. All right, now it's time for me to figure out what I'm gonna do. If you're gonna have a spring fling and then start all over.
If you're gonna have a spring fling, or if your cuff just works out.
Yeah.
It's like a draft, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You meet a chick, and then you hang out with her through cuffing season, and if that goes well, then you hang out with her through spring fling season. Before you know it, it's the summer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're still with the same chick. Cuffing season is how a lot of great careers get started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Listen,
can see that.
I met my lady on September 9th. Now, I'm not saying that it was cuffing season.
Oh, shit, that was my father's birthday.
Yeah, so, and here we are 2 years later, 2 years and some months, and we still going. So that means that, she kept me. You know what I mean? I handled cuffing season well. I did a good job.
I like that you said that she kept you.
Yeah, she kept me. She kept me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did a good job during cuffing season, you know what I'm saying? Everything was good. Ladies, do a good job during cuffing season, a dude will keep you. Guys, do a good job during cuffing season, handle your business.
And she'll tolerate you.
And then, she'll keep you around a little longer.
Yeah.
But right now is the key moment right now, whether you make a change, you're on some LeBron shit, where you just trade the whole cast.
Yep.
And try to get a couple new ones in there, or you put a couple people on waivers and you break down to just one, through the winter, because it's really tough to buy 7 gifts if you got too many people you trying to cuff at the same time.
Yeah, no, you don't want that showing up at your Thanksgiving.
If you live in a cold climate, it's about to get real cold, so
No, you don't need that excitement during the Thanksgiving dinner. It's not a Medea movie. Nah, you can say that shit.
Yeah, so make the decision, guys. Choose wisely, ladies. If a dude is doing a good job during cuffing season, don't just, kick that dude to the curb for the next motherfucker with a beard. You know what I'm saying?
But wait, let me ask though, like, what would be something that would make you be like, yeah, you know what? I'm all set. And the trade deadline's coming up. I'm good. Like, not being able to cook, is that one thing?
Oh, hell yeah. If your girl can't cook, that's a good tradable reason, fellas. Single fellas. You know what I mean? If you got a girl or you in a long-term relationship, this conversation is not really for you.
Yeah.
Don't just break it with your girl because it's trade deadline. Like, if you've been with her and she can't cook, you stay with her because...
Yeah, you knew what it was.
You knew what it was. She made it through cuffing season 1. You know what I mean? Yeah. You might as well just keep that if everything else is good. You cook. Go out more. Shit. Teach her how to cook. Buy some cookbooks. You know what I mean? But you should have traded her at the deadline. Long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Y'all got kids and shit now. Y'all live together. Y'all got assets together.
Yeah.
Like, you missed the trade deadline, bro. You can't just trade out your chick during the middle of cuffing season if y'all been together and shit.
It's cheaper to keep her.
Cuffing season is a single man sport or a single person sport.
Yeah.
You can't.
It's a young boy sport too.
It's also a very young man's game. Like, you gotta have like good, like,
questionable morals, because you have to lie a lot. I find.
Nah, you don't have to lie at all.
Well,
you don't have to lie at all. You can just be like,
the truth.
Nah, why?
Well,
you don't say the truth. You just gotta be honest. Yo, you're one of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my single days,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always just assumed I was one of. You know what I mean? Because she was one of. You know, but that's why it is cuffing season.
Well, yeah. You have to establish what the lines are, the rules of engagement.
Yeah, man. Like you keep it, you know, all the way transparent with whoever you're dealing with. You could deal with 6 or 7. I mean, it's a lot on the mental stress.
Yeah,
but you could do it
still.
as long as everybody knows what's happening.
Yeah, but you see, that's why I don't have that kind of energy and time, because now I have kids.
That's why it's a young man's sport.
Yeah, I have kids.
As a young man, you got to have the energy and the time to accommodate more than 1 or 2.
And you know what? Like, one dating, like, my daughter, without putting out all of her business out there, but she's of the age where she wants to date. My son too.
Hell no, she ain't 30.
Yeah, no, but this is what
you don't get to date till you 30.
Well, see,
if you got daughters, don't let them date till they're 30.
Well, that's the logic you would have before you have kids, and then until like it becomes practical, then it's like, all right, you know what? I have to shift this, because it's either I'm gonna squeeze the situation, she's not gonna date nobody, or she's just gonna tell me she's dating nobody and keep it away from me. So I like the fact that she's open and honest with me. Number 1. Number 2, I said, look.
Doesn't mean you have to like it, though.
Nah, I told her, look, I don't like it. I just love the fact that you're talking to me about it. So based on that, that's the way I have to, that's the way I got to swallow it. But I told her, this is your time for you to focus on yourself and be selfish without having to explain your selfishness. Now, when you get older, right?
Right.
You're going to want to be in a relationship. But if right now you're young, you're supposed to be taking care of your schoolwork. You're supposed to be hanging out with your friends and being social. You're supposed to be taking care of your stuff at home. But if you're in a relationship, number 1, you're also going through puberty. So by going through puberty, you're going through a change. Now you're dealing with somebody else that is also going through a change. Now you're responsible for their happiness, and you're putting your happiness in their hands. You're too young for that. Keep it simple.
Right.
Don't date.
Don't date.
Right?
That's good advice. That's sound advice, Dad.
Or if you're going to date, don't be physical. Because once it's physical, then things get confusing. And you're of the age where, I'd rather be, telling you about wiping diapers than having you actually wiping diapers. But one blessing is that my daughter, her mother, God bless her, her mother actually gave birth to a child the other day.
So congrats.
Congrats, and God bless. So with my daughter having a young brother now, she has to change diapers, and now she sees exactly what it is. So this is kind of a form of birth control where she doesn't want to have to do it, where she can say, all right, Ma, I'm going to go hang out with my friends and go about her business. But if it's her own kids and she had to stay home and she had to do all of this and she had to go to school, it's just way too much. And I'm glad that, things happen for a reason. So that way I don't have to worry about my daughter in that, hopefully not have to worry about my daughter in that kind of situation. But I love the fact that she's actually open and talking to me about things rather than trying to hide and say, oh, Dad, I'm going to go hang out with my friends. And then knowing that she's going to go by a boy's house. Like, oh, man, I know how it is. So I'd rather you just be open and honest. So that being the case, it's real tough. But when you're of the age as we are, it's like you don't want to play them games no more. You're tired. You want to establish yourself. You want to build a foundation in the future for yourself. And again, with me having kids, I can't be out there dating loosely and then telling my kids to be responsible when every other week there's a new girl on my arm. Like, that's not really the scene and the example I want to set for them. But to each their own. Everybody got to find their own way. Know what I mean? But when you get kids, D, I'm telling you, it's not gonna be that easy. You know, you're gonna be like, yeah. No, you're not gonna have a boyfriend
till you're 30.
Yeah, till you're 30. You know what I told?
I'm lucky. My sister got 4 boys, man. Like, I don't have to
worry about girls?
I don't have to worry about dudes coming by and fucking with my nieces. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I still gotta be like a good uncle, and I gotta raise up these dudes to be good young men.
Yes.
You know,
decent men.
Mm-hmm. Like good people, treat women with respect, all that. Yes. You know, because I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna get a lot of old school tutelage from your dude. But I'm excited that I don't have to also intimidate dudes like me when I was 18.
You know what though? I told one of my daughter's boyfriends, I was like, look, you want to go out with my daughter? That's cool. When I see you, I'm going to have to punch you in your stomach. He was like, why? I said, no.
That's violent.
I was like, no, I'm going to just punch you in the stomach. So conversation I had with my daughter, she was like, why you want to punch him in the stomach? He's a little worried. I'm like, no. All right, number one, if he's willing to stand there and take the punch in the stomach for you, that's the man for you. If he wants to hide and be like, no, he's not the one for you because he's not willing to stand up for you. I wasn't going to punch him. It's just a threat that I'm going to punch him in the stomach. Now, if he's willing to just stand there and take it, cool. Right? Not going to do it, but it's just the fact that he's willing to stand there and take it for you. If he's not the one. I guess. But still, I don't like this dude, so I might really punch him in the stomach, though. He's actually a cool dude, and I didn't punch him in the stomach.
Well, that's good to know. I mean, you can't be assaulting
little kids.
Kid, man.
No, but it's just the threat that, look, don't step out of line because this is what's going to happen.
No doubt.
You've been warned in advance. It's not going to be a mystery what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I got 4 nephews, so I'm good on that front. But my lady got a 9-year-old daughter. Oh. And, yeah.
Well, is 9? Well,
no, but she's almost there. She's in school now. She's in the 4th grade. You know what I'm saying? And
boys coming into play?
I don't know. I'm gonna go with no because I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
But it's also she's not my daughter, but I gotta
approach it as such.
I live in a house, so it's something that I also have to take into account as she's not my daughter, but I'm there day to day.
You're the male figure.
So I'm the male figure inside the house. She, her and her dad, they do their thing. You know what I'm saying? He's around as much as he can be around, and for whatever.
Well,
yeah, I'm not gonna get into all that, but
yeah,
she knows who her dad is. She hangs out with her dad. It's not like her dad is non-existent. So I'm sure he's had those conversations, or might ever have those conversations with her, and be in the same boat because he's got a daughter. You know what I mean? For him, it's probably gonna be much more stressful, seeing his daughter try to start dating dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just the stepdad situation where I'm
yeah.
You want me to kill this guy for you or what? You know what I mean? I don't.
Well, number one, she's only 9, so
she's only 9, so she's got 35 more years before she starts dating.
Well, you're just being preemptive.
Oh yeah.
So you're just preparing.
But what I also try to do is, because we all live in the same household, I try to also exhibit what good dudes supposed to do.
Show by example.
You know what I mean? So I just try to be the good male example in the household.
Yep.
As far as not treating the mom like shit and not swearing and yelling and doing all those things that. So now when she looks at our relationship, she sees her mom is in a happy place and we're happy together and everything is real smooth. Then she has that to go off of, going forward. So she starts fucking with a dude when she's 37. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
she could say, nah, this is unacceptable.
Yeah,
because this is not what I'm used to seeing. So that's all I can really do. And then also let her know that if we need to
punch somebody in the stomach,
punch somebody in the stomach, or add some bushes to the garden.
Well, yeah, you don't want to get that premeditative with it. But...
Listen, man.
I understand. I understand. You got your warning signs.
You know,
I'm gonna punch you in the stomach and just leave it at that. Like, you might be pushing up daisies, literally.
Well, you know, it just everybody gets to do it.
In other cases,
you might have to have them come by and do some garden work. That's all.
Oh well, yeah, that too, and just never leave.
You know,
from the ground up, huh?
Listen, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Be careful, little boys, looking at my little homie, cause.
Yeah. Yeah, well, see, look, you're supposed to be minding your own damn business, first of all. Like,
focus on your schoolwork, little motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, keep your eyes on the road, basically.
In the books.
Yep.
Keep your face in the books.
Damn.
And whenever she talks about, like, oh, you know, I like that boy. He's cool. I'm like, kid, you stay in your books. I don't care how cool he is.
Yeah. What's cool about him? He likes taking punches in the stomach? Is that what makes him cool?
You stay focused on that homework. Don't even think about how cool he is. He's not cool.
No.
Look at him. He got light up shoes on. You start roasting a little kid.
What makes him cool? He likes to wear like a tank top in the middle of the winter. Is that what makes him cool? No.
Right. You roasting some like 10-year-old boy. You don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
Just to try to make him look bad, so that.
Yo, why has he still got braids on? Like, what do you think he is, Iverson? Like, who's he, Kawhi Leonard?
But then you got to make sure you like when you do stuff like that, you can't make washed references though. You gotta bring those references up to like what I call the Migos era.
Yeah. You can't say, damn, this dude's really rocking polka dots like Kwame.
Right? Not even like you said Iverson. They'd be like, who?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, Kawhi Leonard. Oh,
the guy with the fucked up laugh.
yeah, him. With the braids, yeah, him, that guy. What about him? Nah, never mind, forget it. Just forget it. Make it watch references with kids. It sound like a Dennis Miller type thing. And even that is a wash reference in itself. Yeah, Dennis Miller, the fuck?
Who?
What? Like, yeah, that's a wash reference.
Yeah.
That's an example.
Yo, sometimes I feel like I make wash references, and me and my lady are like only like a year apart. But she just hasn't seen, like, especially with movies. She hasn't seen as many movies as I have.
You're making Alf references, and she's not catching up on it?
Yo, like, not even, like, she finally watched, and I hate to put you on blast, babe, but yeah, about to anyway. She saw Coming to America for the first time.
Wow.
On like Tuesday.
All right.
Because I made a Coming to America reference, and she looked at me with the blank stare, and I was like, wait, you've never seen Coming to America?
Why, you made a reference like you walk with a semi like Akeem?
I don't think it was that exact one, but it was, you know what I mean?
No, I heard like 2 rappers use that reference like in the past 2 weeks.
So she looked at me, and I was like, you never seen this movie? She was like, which one? Who's in it? I was like, no, seriously?
Wow.
Like, so I made her go home and watch it like immediately, and she falls asleep on everything. So
Wait, did you give her a notepad and pen so she could write down the references?
It took her like 3 days to get through it because she falls asleep like every 10 minutes when the movie turns on. Like, there's no such thing as Netflix and chill in my house. You just put the Netflix on.
Netflix and naps.
Netflix and naps. You know, I'll be like, oh, what are you watching? She's like, oh, I'm watching this movie. I'm like, oh, I thought you were watching that yesterday. She was like, yeah.
Yeah.
It takes her about a week to watch like a regular movie, but
about that.
So she's finally started sending me like little quotes from the movie, and I was like, yeah, she finally watched that shit, you know. So we have a list of movies that we all have to.
Is Mama call him Clay? I'm gonna call him Clay.
Yeah. Sexual chocolate. I think that was the reference I made.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. So my lady she's not up on all the like all the classics, but then she's seen a few movies that I haven't seen too. So. But they're not classics. But at the same time, I watch like 150 movies a year.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Everybody got their thing.
Yeah. You know, it's never her thing. She's busy doing other stuff. But, you know what I mean? Right now, my household is being torn apart by a Dyson. You know.
Oh, vacuum.
A vacuum.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I was like, the Dyson, what the fuck?
She went out and bought a Dyson.
Oh, hell yeah.
And she's spending a lot of quality time with this motherfucking Dyson.
Yo,
I'm about to throw that shit away, but it costs like $7,000.
Hell yeah. Yo, when I used to work in a retail, I'm not going to put that label. I'll screw them. But now when I used to work for them, Dyson's used to give out the best commissions.
Yes.
Oh man, them Electrolux. Ooh, I used to push those heavy. Like if you sell, I used to sell 4 Dysons in a month, and I used to be sweet. I'm like, yeah, man, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'm sure it sells itself.
Like, and you don't have to come back and buy another one in like the 2 months, 6 months, and then you have to get bags and like, oh man, the sales pitch was real.
It's better than the Kirby.
Yes, it is.
And the Kirby is a great vacuum.
Well,
Kirby's a heavy.
Yeah. But that one's more industrial, like maid and hotel staff type.
Yeah,
quality.
But it's a powerful vacuum.
Yeah, well, you pay for it too.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Yeah,
but
it's better than what's the other one? The with the Land Shark or
the Shark Vac.
The Shark Vac, yeah, the Shark Vac was always the fact that you always show on like a Saturday morning.
First, our conversation just switched to vacuums. That's how old we are right now. We're talking about vacuums.
Oh yeah,
we're the Better Business Bureau and shit.
Oh yeah,
you know. The moral to the story is that my girl bought a Dyson, and I like that shit. But
yeah,
it's taking away quality relationship time between the naps that we take as old folks and her vacuuming up the house over and over. So I think she's vacuumed like it came in yesterday, the day before. I think she's vacuumed the house like 17 times.
Wait, did she show you the filter? Did you know how much dust we had over here?
No.
I'm not gonna have that be her voice. But
here's why I feel like I need to like put the Dyson away for a little while. She vacuums while I'm not even home. Like she's spending like alone time with Dyson right now.
Why, you having Dyson envy? Is that what's going on?
I'm having Dyson envy. My lady spends. She's like when I'm at work and she's at home.
Well, if this is the most you have to worry about in your
relationship. She texts me about how she vacuuming with her new Dyson, and then she posted it on Facebook about her new Dyson.
Well, as long as it's not pictures of like the Dyson in like negligee in the bed, like that's cool. Like if this is the most you got to worry about in your relationship,
in the 70s, that would be a hot picture though.
What, a Dyson in negligee?
Like where you.
Just the fact that I'm calling it negligee. Like,
with your lady posing,
haberdasheries type?
Your lady posing with the vacuum and sexy poses
and the apron
in the 70s.
Oh,
that was like calendar material.
Yeah, you got to put it in the context. The 70s.
My girl did a boudoir shoot with the vacuum.
Boudoir shoot
with the vacuum, dog, looking all sexy in her apron and long skirt.
And the kitchen maid
with the kitchen.
In the background, what kind of homemaker's dream?
Yeah, right.
the marble white sink.
My lady's doing a homemaker calendar for me as a boudoir shoot. Like that's a 70s conversation.
Straight 70s pinup.
Now, your lady might pack your shit and move you out. You talk about, yo, babe, you should take a sexy shoot with the vacuum.
But see,
show her how you clean.
But see, like if you buy somebody a vacuum as a gift, like. To some people, they'll think that that's real offensive. Like, how you could buy your woman a vacuum? Like, how sexist is this? Like, this is from the 70s. Like, she wanted a vacuum. Like, what the fuck? Like, what am I gonna do? She want a vacuum, so I'm supposed to buy a helicopter? Like, the fuck you like? Get out of my face, man. Like, leave me and my relationship alone.
Hey, I'll give her this. She bought that shit with her own money because I was like, yo, I can't spend $7,000 on a vacuum. And she was like, but I want a Dyson. And I was like, I want a Dyson too. Mm-hmm. But I also want other stuff. Like, we have a list of things that we want. And Dyson wasn't at the top of my list. Damn. But it was at the top of her list. So she went out and bought that shit. So shout out to chicks with their own cash. Mm-hmm. You know, I would have bought her a Dyson eventually. You know what I mean? Or we would have went halves on the Dyson. But
you was willing to give up an arm for a Dyson, Darryl?
Listen, my girl's she's good, man.
Right,
you know what I mean? She gets me stuff I want.
Okay. Well,
so I was going to get it for her. I just had it lower on the list of things that I'm buying for her right now.
Well, let me leave you and your relationship alone. It works for you guys, so let me leave that alone.
You know, hey, man, I got to keep a happy home somehow, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody got to do what they got to do.
That's it. I mean, I went out last night. I mean, I wanted to nap. Mm-hmm. But, you know, my lady was like, I want to go out. And I thought she was going out on her own with her girl, with her friends, you know what I'm saying? She was going to meet y'all out. My plan, I was going to roll through real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Say what's up, and then go home and climb in bed. Yeah, but she was home when I got home, so I had to go out. Hey. And it's just what you do.
Yes, man.
You know, I'm not mad that I didn't. I mean, I had a good time.
Oh yeah, it was nice. Yeah.
You know, but I was like, we can't stay out all night. Mm. We got to go home at a decent hour.
Yep.
Because motherfuckers got to get up in the morning for the show.
And you know what, too? Like, the other thing, too, that I realized, because I used to work in the bar, too, is that working in the bar, you realize when the Remy's in the system, ain't no telling. And it's not even when it's in your system. It's when it's in other people's system. And like being like as a bar back, I'm not quite a bartender, but I can sit back and I can see like who's spilling drinks. I can see like who's slurring. I can see visibly drunk people because I'm walking through the crowd and I have to see like what's what. Now, I see more than the security guards. I see more than the owners. I see everything because I'm everywhere. So I see when people get drunk, what tends to happen. It's a good thing that both of us left early last night, too, because
whatever happened, bullshit went down.
You know, and it is what it is.
It is what it is. You know, hopefully that, you know, they don't shut the club down for some nonsense. But, you know what I mean?
It was just highly suspicious, but that's what tends to happen sometimes.
It happens sometimes. You know, people get a little outrageous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I wanted to beat the traffic, really and truly.
Yeah. So, lots of things happening this week. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, I got a couple cats for next week. Just to give y'all a little teaser for next week. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're going to be talking about all kinds of wild shit. But we're pulling in our first interview of the Saturday Morning Conversation podcast.
All right.
The homie Maurice, a.k.a. Marathon Panda. He's running New York Marathon tomorrow.
I don't have to call him that, do I?
Nah,
Panda?
I don't think so.
All right, cool.
Interesting story, interesting cat. He's on a run streak right now, 1,038 days. 38, 39 days, something like that. This dude has run every day, at least a mile. That's the minimum in a run streak. For those of you who are not like avid runners, when you have a run streak, when you're like, I'm gonna run every day, you gotta run at least a mile every day. So sometimes he runs 1 mile, sometimes he runs a marathon. It all depends on the day. So tomorrow he's running a New York Marathon.
Shit.
So big up to him. He's gonna be on the show next week. We're gonna talk about the marathon.
What, Maurice Loman?
Yeah.
All right, Maurice Loman.
We're going to talk about the marathon. We're going to talk about, you know, his journey, all that next week on the show. Also, shout out to my cousin, Leslie, who had me out in Detroit a couple weeks ago. She ran a marathon in Detroit.
All right.
She also ran the Chicago Marathon the week before. And here we are pretty much a week later, and she's about to run a New York Marathon.
Oh, that's the one tomorrow too, right?
Tomorrow.
All right.
So shout out to her for running 3 marathons in like basically a month.
Woo.
I don't know how she does it.
Damn.
But she ran. This is her schedule. I mean, and she doesn't run every day. Like Maurice run every day, so he's a runner. Like she's a runner too, triathlons, all that. But she at least takes breaks, you know, versus running every day. But shout out to that dude for running every day. But shout out to her for running the Chicago Marathon. Right? She ran the Chicago Marathon. Then the next week, she was in Detroit. She ran a mile.
With you, all right.
Right. Then she ran the 5K on the Saturday. Then the next day. She ran the Detroit Marathon, right? And I was 2 weeks ago. Now she's running the New York Marathon. So that's 3 marathons in 3 weeks, in 4 weeks. On top of that, I want to say she also like did like an endurance bike ride or something where she rode like 7 million miles somewhere on a bicycle.
On a bike, so?
Yeah.
So she does the biking? She could do like the Ironman.
Yeah, she does Ironman. She's doing the Ultra Ironman in February. I don't even know where it is. Hopefully it's somewhere tropical, Florida somewhere. She's doing an Ultra Marathon, which is like basically like a double marathon. She'll take like 4 days. So she like my inspiration for like trying to get back into some shape because like, yeah. So go cuz.
Right.
We might even try to get her to call in on the Skype after the race too. You know what I mean? Just to check in. See what's good, marathon correspondence from the New York Marathon.
All right.
You know, and then after that, man, we're going to try to get some interviews in. So if you want to get on the show and push what you got going on, give us a call. Obviously, there's a selection process. We don't want to hear about how, you know, just be interested, man. If you're interested, we'll bring you on the show.
Making doilies out of cat hair? Nah, I'm all set with that. I'm good with that.
If you got an interesting story, we want you on the show. If you're famous, we definitely want you on the show. If you're an athlete, we want you on the show. Low level, high level, it's all good, man. We're just trying to talk to people and bring a different vibe.
Yeah, help
to
people,
the situation.
help connect people with people.
Help connect people with people. Help people get their word out.
Yep.
All that. So, shit with that. You know what I mean? It's another Saturday morning conversation in the books.
All right. Don't forget to go to the Facebook page, you know, the Saturday morning conversation where we post materials, some stuff that we talked about, some of the Halloween costumes. Gonna post some other content up on the page as well. Take part of that. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to actually like the page. So that being the case, yeah. Thanks for listening. This is DJ Iron Monkey.
DJ Caveman.
Saturday morning conversation.
Another one in the books. Episode 6.
Holla.